Hello, everybody. Welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be a general daily collective message. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid. This could happen at any time. This is a general message, so it's really not sign specific, but I'm going to call it zodiac signs. And so just please take the messages that resonate and leave behind the rest. So I just feel we are closing out something huge. There's a lot of stuck energy. I felt very blocked energy on this side as I was tapping into the collective, almost like somebody's not listening to some inner guidance or really not listening to the messages coming through. We're building up to the Pluto and the Sun conjunction on the weekend at 29 degrees 59. This energy is huge. And so there's like something big ending. And so there's a lot of stuckness that kind of needs to be released. So I'm curious to see what comes through in the cards today. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. And let me know what you think of the video. But I think we're going to jump in today with the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. And we're going to see what needs to come through for the collective, a general collective message. Treasure Island TikTok. This is a big message, I feel. Time is of the essence. So we have a choice to make, right? We are on the precipice of like something huge when it comes to a timeline shift. And so we can choose to open up, you know, the energy of Pandora's box, which is going within, unlocking a lot of past memories. There's a lot of healing when it comes to opening up to some past trauma and wounds when it comes to healing the soul's DNA. And I just feel like this energy of like a ticking time bomb. So if you've been feeling this energy building and you've been feeling stuck, you're likely spot on with that energy building. And so I feel decision time. Like it really is time to choose the service pathway is what I feel collectively. So we're on the precipice of massive global awakening as well. And the energy is building. So let's see what other messages need to come through. Yin. Round and round. And fork in the road. There's that decision. So we're closing out cycles. That's the energy of round and round. You know, a lot of us, we have to repeat a cycle many times over to master a lesson. And so we're breaking free from cycling back into repeating these negative patterns within relationships, I feel. Yin is the energy of divine feminine. It's the energy of like the Ace of Cups, right? And so there is a new beginning in love here. The Aries North Node is asking us all to kind of choose ourselves. And so we are rebirthing our views on love and relationships is what I feel is kind of happening collectively. And we kind of got to purge the old cycles of going round and round. I know a big lesson for a lot of the feminines in the collective is learning how to receive. This is also High Priestess energy, learning to trust your intuition. And remember, I felt that blocked energy of somebody's intuition was being blocked from receiving messages. Maybe because somebody is perpetually playing into a negative cycle, looping round and round. And so we're kind of at this divine why where we can choose to step into leadership. But that first and foremost means we have to take leadership of our own lives, and we have to recognize what's not working, what's unhealthy, and what we need to break free from so we can choose a higher path. And so this is also a 13 card, which is the energy of death. And so we are now in an 8-year. 2024 is an 8-year, but last year was a 7-year. This is a 25 card breaking down to a 7. So a lot of us are closing out the lesson of trusting our intuition, mastering reciprocity, right? Are we actually receiving what we're putting into a relationship? And I think a lot of us are at a fork in a road, closing out unhealthy relationships and partnerships, business, romantic, family, and stepping into this leadership position. But we do have to kind of take a step back and be that observer, right, of our reality, of others, to really hone into that High Priestess energy. And so I do feel a High Priestess here on the precipice of some type of breakthrough. So I feel somebody knows it's time to leave something behind and to take action, right? And this is that deep knowing. So we get the masculine and the feminine energy. This could be an energy of soul alignment, deep soul alignment. So somebody here could be coming into a lot of blessings. This is about building solid foundations, right? And that's what that Taurus North Node was all about, building that solid foundation. What do you value? Maybe it was a shift in beliefs. A lot of us went through a tower moment where our entire belief system shifted surrounding family, religious beliefs. A lot of us have gone through a spiritual awakening, and we've had to rebuild that foundation from rock bottom on these newfound beliefs of these rainbow blessings, of this higher knowledge, and going through the understanding of the cycles. And so I feel we're kind of at this place of where we're in between worlds. We haven't quite left the old world behind and stepped into the new earth, the new 5D earth, right? And so we're still clearing some dark night of the soul energy as we close out Pluto in Capricorn. And we do need to remember that it's going to go back into Capricorn one last time during the retrograde later this year. And so we're still kind of in between worlds where we're being asked to clean up, right? So it's the energy of tying up loose ends. Another energy of the stag, like stepping into leadership, cleaning up the past baggage, because there is a change in the wind. And so this is about community, building those solid community structures. And so I just feel there's a major change in the wind. This could be the balancing of the inner masculine and feminine. This could mean twin flame union, but there is something that needs to be left behind. And I don't think the path forward is super clear just yet. So let's jump in with some tarot. I'm going to take a sip of my tea. Let's see what needs to come through with the tarot. So this is about leaving the past behind, the past baggage behind. So a lot of us have been on this healing journey, right? This path of self-discovery. And I feel there is a fresh new start here. There is a fresh new start here. So we've been learning to release the energy of focusing on the negative, right? Because what we focus on is going to keep being recreated in our reality. So this is about turning things around, leaving that lack mentality behind. You know, because when we dip into low vibration and we think, oh, everything is happening to me, and we're so focused on the negative, then it can be like a consistent series of challenges and towers. I just feel like there's a hidden blessing here and maybe a painful lesson. This is about pushing fears aside, learning to take a leap of faith, to drop the past baggage, to walk through the doorway of a new experience. So there might be many pathways being presented here. So really take a step back and observe. Observe your surroundings, the people, the energy that they're carrying. Are their words matching their actions? Because I feel a new beginning in love here. So let's see what else needs to come through today. Ten of Cups reversed. The Star. The Wheel reversed. The Moon reversed. Five of Cups reversed. So that's the dead central energy. This is about releasing past regrets, knowing that everything kind of had to happen for a reason. And we might not really know why, but I do feel the answers are coming. The clarity is coming. It's on the way. The Ten of Pentacles reversed. Ooh, the Queen of Swords reversed and the King of Cups upright. Bottom of the deck, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is about releasing an old cycle, an old way of doing relationships, I feel. There's been a lot of healing when it comes to the wounded masculine and feminine within the collective over the last 4 years. We're closing out a major 4-year cycle. And so this is about releasing illusions, about our beliefs surrounding family, what a solid family structure is. A lot of us grew up in unhealthy families, right? Where maybe it was just all about the money and there wasn't a lot of emotional contentment. And a lot of us are coming out of that illusion, right? And so I do feel healing from false beliefs is a big energy that we're closing out collectively. The Eight of Pentacles in reversed with the Page of Swords in reversed and the Three of Swords. So a lot of us have been going through this deeply seated heart healing when it comes to ancestral karma, family lineage. when it comes to like healing our ancestral lineage. Deep-seated heart chakra work has been taken place when it comes to this awakening path. So I do feel we need to keep holding faith that there is a bright new future here. We are manifesting new earth. And so there still are some challenges and delays, I feel, to overcome. But we're kind of beginning to see that light at the end of the tunnel as we're coming out of a period of disillusionment is what I'm feeling here. And so the clarity is coming when it is stemming around like needing to make a choice moving forward. So a lot of us have healed addictions, closing out these cycles, and so we are finally feeling the energy of being able to move forward. But I do feel getting really honest about releasing an old way of doing relationships, right? Where a lot of times the wounded feminine can emasculate a man, which will then, turn a man's emotions off, and they'll be emotionally cold and distant. And it can be a vicious cycle, right? And then holding on to the illusion of this is it, for financial security. And so there's going to be a lot of endings surrounding these old relationship paradigms and releasing of relationships that were just based in an old tradition of, status quo and, a false sense of security. And so I do feel endings, no longer putting in the work in these situations and healing from that great sadness, right? And so endings are very painful, I do feel. So I feel there might be an ending over the next 5 days. The Queen of Swords reversed can be very brash. This can be somebody maybe a little bit dishonest as well. But I feel anger. I just feel a lot of anger of maybe feeling like there's been wasted time. There might be an argument, but I just feel like a King of Cups here turning his back, though, on somebody that maybe was very difficult when it comes to the ending of a relationship. I also feel a King of Cups coming out of a period of disillusionment and facing challenges. Really digging into a situation. I feel like looking into a situation, going through some heart healing. Let's clarify the moon reverse, because I do feel something about that full moon in Leo. I got the transformation in reverse, the World card reversed, and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So there's definitely a sense of needing to heal some type of abandonment wound, core abandonment wound that keeps being manifested as a sense of lack within your finances. So I do feel healing a collective wound of lack. And so this also means healing a core wound surrounding self-worth is what I'm feeling. So there's a cycle that hasn't fully reached completion yet. I do feel around that full moon there's going to be a clarity, a revelation, right? The moon reverses like a wake-up call from an illusion, where maybe somebody stayed stuck in a connection where there's been a disconnect for a while, really focusing on the negative, holding on, trying to make sense of this, right? Trying to figure out, closing out some finances. And I just feel like things are getting very aggressive. There could be anger here, because I think at one point in time, this might have looked like wish fulfillment, but it's not wish fulfillment. And so I feel breaking free from some type of trauma bond situation where I think maybe two people didn't really want to see this clearly. But I feel a feminine here that didn't know her worth and her value, that maybe is lashing out and then leaving a situation behind. But I just feel something needs to completely end. Like there needs to be a completion before you can have that freedom to do whatever it is that you want, because there's been like resistance to learning this lesson, to transforming this lesson. So I do feel two people that are going their separate ways. So yeah, I was clarifying the King of Cups, and what I got that kind of just fell out in a big pile of a mess. I feel there's a mess here. We get the King of Swords reversed with the Three of Swords and the Awakening, or the Hanged Man reverse, Pisces energy. So I do feel, yeah, we've got two people here that are just in a complete emotional disconnect. And I do feel this is sad. I do feel this is sad. And I do feel like two people letting go. Maybe they were holding on to the past. I feel there's a lot of growth from an ending here. I do feel two people that tried to be there for one another, but the emotions were just disconnected. And that's the truth. Yeah, the emotions were disconnected. So I feel like the compassion is gone. I feel there's like just two people not on the same page. And I feel it's time to remain objective and to trust that everything will work out. There's a need to communicate, right? There was a lack of communication, which really caused a sense of betrayal in a connection. And I don't see third party. I just feel two people disconnected. And I do feel it turned into a situation that was purely out of financial, and there is a realignment here taking place. So let's get one last note from the universe. Not a warm and fuzzy reading, but I do feel light at the end of the tunnel. Look at that. Karma is on your side. So, you know, I do feel there was a connection here at one point in time. But I just feel two people that might have fallen out of love is kind of the energy coming through. So let's get one last closing message for the collective, please. There isn't a soul on the planet who doesn't crave your approval. So I think this is a lesson in, you know, not seeking that validation or approval. I think there was a connection here that at one point in time there was love and friendship, and now it's kind of turned into a foe. And so I just feel there was this energy of the love stopped growing. And so I feel freedom to go where you want to go. Maybe somebody has a crush on somebody else, but I just feel it's time to say goodbye. That's the energy. The universe is saying it's time to say goodbye. No two flowers are the same, yet all are beautiful in their own way. And so maybe a lesson in compassion towards one another, and compassion and just going your separate ways, right? And give thanks to the lesson. And that's kind of what I got for the collective message today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out that description box below, guys. And I look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thanks.